What's up? It's Weekend Weebs, episode 91. Lonzo here with my co-host Jason, and he's got all the topics today, man. This week beat me up, not gonna lie. So, Jason-led episode. Let's get it.
Birdman hand rub. Okay. Nah, but for real. All right. So, I mean, this is episode, what, 4? 5 of season 3? 5.
Yeah.
Went over Yaga and Panda. We saw Yaga's execution. And then we saw Yuji infiltrate the nightclub and get to speak to Hakari. And that's pretty much the episode, right? We'll go into more depth as we speak. Do you want to do the description? Usually we do the little description. Do you want to do the deeper depth description?
I mean, no.
That's essentially what it is, right? What I described. But the Yaga backstory I thought was really cool. It was quick. It was definitely quick. How did you feel about that? Because I feel like this is something you wanted to see, right?
This is something I wanted to see, and I felt like it was good. In the manga, it's also really quick, not unlike the exposition in the Maki episode either. In the manga, it's also very quick. But I feel like compared to last episode, this episode, they actually stretched it out. This was like a good 6-7 minutes of the episode, and in the manga, it's only a chapter. So I feel like they got a good amount out of this, and it was dramatic, emotional, and I just appreciated that they gave it some justice because these characters aren't actually like popular or anything.
Right.
Like people
Which
don't
I feel like
mention them really.
I think that's only because Gege doesn't touch on them. But I think Yaga, like now we find out like his technique and what he does is like beyond what JJK Jujutsu sorcery knows, right? Like his technique is unique because they have autonomy and they get their own curse energy from themselves. Prior to this, I don't think anybody really thought about that, or did we even know that Yaga made Panda prior to this?
No, we didn't know that Yaga made Panda. I'm pretty sure. We also knew because people don't really care about Yaga, because Gege doesn't touch on him, and if you're an anime only, he wasn't really present in season 2. Besides when Gojo was like on the stairs in like that flashback. Right. Besides that, he's really only present in season 1 because he helps train Yuji initially with curse energy with the little if you remember, I guess at the time maybe we thought it was a doll, but the little thing he made where like if he poured too much curse energy, it would punch him. Yeah.
Oh, so he made that.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's an actual real thing. It wasn't like you said, like a doll. It's a living.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, since then we haven't really got much Yaga, which is why fans probably don't really care about Yaga.
Care about this, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna be honest, in terms of JJK, I think this stretch or this moment is probably one of the most I don't want to say heartfelt, but like when you really look at what the situation is, like, okay, Panda is essentially Yaga's son, right?
Right.
And he shows up and he just sees him dying. And then he tells the old man, like, if there's one thing you remember or know, pandas cry too. You know, like, it's like, dang. I don't think there's ever been anything that deep in JJK prior to this. I mean, you could talk about what's his name who got killed by Mojito, who we thought was going to be like a main character because the intro had him all in the intro. And then he got turned into like a toad thing. And then it's like, what the heck? I'm thinking this guy's going to be, like a part of the main crew. But aside from that, I can't say that because what's her name got shot in the face.
Yeah, Nanami and Nobara.
Yeah,
they died.
But I don't think it hit home as much because like we didn't see somebody after the fact like crying directly about their death. If that makes sense. Well, Yuji was crying on the floor, wasn't he?
Yeah,
before he had to get that pick me up.
Maybe you just personally really felt this.
I don't know. I felt like it was presented.
Panda fan? Are you?
It was presented better. It was presented more. You
think it was more dramatic than the other ones?
Yeah, I definitely feel like it was more dramatic. It was definitely more dramatic. And then the Kusakabe background on why he owes him too.
Oh yeah. Because
I think it just added more, like it gave you a deeper dive into who his character was. Like even though like Nanami, like all we really knew about Nanami was that he was a sorcerer he hated doing like being a sorcerer, so he went to stockbroking, and he was like, "Fuck, I hate this shit too." And Gojo just was like, "Hey man, like I got this new student. I kind of want you to train him, and you're a great sorcerer. You might as well come back." He was like, "Fuck it, I don't got shit else to do. Might as well. I hate my life anyway." You know what I mean? Whereas with with Yaga though, it felt like they did a effort to show like he's a good guy. Not to say Nanami wasn't a good guy, right? But like it showed like he's done favors for people. Like even with the lady and her son, like he didn't have to do that, right? He didn't have to put her son's soul into a dead corpse and make it into like this doll thing for her to see for one last time. You know what I mean? Like he didn't have to do that, but he did it.
Everything we've seen of Yaga has been positive. Right. He's never done anything negative that I could think of. And he's just like, he's just the principal. That's about it.
He's just principal. He's just chilling.
He's probably
man.
just relatable. It's probably like,
and maybe
it's just
why.
relatable for some reason. I mean, like, I'm sure lots of us have lost people before, and to reconnect someone with their child who died super early, that's super emotional, and the connection with him, and like seeing Panda as his kid, raising Panda as a baby, and like there's a connection there. So I appreciate it.
And so that's why I don't know. I guess for me, I guess when I really, I don't know. I guess when I just started thinking about it more and more, I'm like, dang, that's low-key crazy. Yeah. When Panda shows up, it's like, dang, bro, they really just murked my dad in front of my eyes.
It's like you see an animal, you see a cute animal cry. It's like, oh, like Panda. And then,
right. I will say this: it was like this in the manga. They off-screened him, which I'm like, damn. Like he showed up, and then the dude was just playing the guitar in the dark, and the lights were flickering. I'm like, okay, they might show a little bit of combat.
No, I wish they did.
It literally just off-screened him like they did on here.
Yeah, and then, I wish they showed.
I think honestly, I feel like they portrayed every bit of this scene good. Like the adaptation from the manga to in the episode was really good. I thought it was super. I think this is probably the best we've seen so far. I'm not gonna lie, in this season, if I had to say so myself.
Of like just accuracy.
Yeah, accuracy and just adaptation and making it feel like, I don't know, hold weight, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely from an emotional standpoint, and like that drama factor that we were talking about a lot last week, this episode did a way better job.
Yeah.
And I wish they would have done the same amount of effort
with Maki. I feel like with Maki's episode, they focus more on the actual fighting. Whereas with this episode, there's no fighting, right? So it's like, okay, we're going all in on, like you said, the emotional moments and making it feel dramatic. And I think it did really well. Because I kind of, like you said, I kind of felt like the Maki episode was just like, let's get to the fighting as fast as possible.
Yeah, everything felt sped up. Everything felt like 2x speed. But in this one, it felt like, compared to the manga, like 0.75x speed. Like, I was like, okay, they're drawing this out a little bit. Okay, they're showing, like, her get out the chair and, like, crawl over and cry and...
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, when she leaned over and fell on the ground, I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
She really went, like, good. She really misses her son, and she's like, I can't even tell if this is my son or not. I don't care. That's how bad I want to see my son. Like, any inkling of him is enough for me. And she just fell out of her wheelchair and crawled to him. I'm like, dang, bro. Yeah, whereas, like, with the Maki episode, just threw her ass in. They just threw him in there. And it was just like, okay. I mean, even when they were talking on the beach, like, not to be like that, but I guess it was cool. But I don't know. I guess it's because how Maki is and how Mai is. Like, Mai is already a character that's like, I don't really care about this. Like, all right, kill everyone, and I'm gonna take all the curse energy. This is the last thing I'll give you, and just go handle your business. Like, Mai didn't even really want to, I guess, console with Maki. You know what I'm saying? She was already at peace. Like, okay, I'm dying. I'm okay with that. Just go handle your business. So I feel like that's why it didn't hold as much weight as we're like Panda. You see Panda literally crying, and then it pans off into the sky, and you just hear him like screaming. It's like, dang, bro.
I do remember that now. Yeah, that was dramatic.
Yeah,
I remember that now.
Bro. But I watched it fresh, right? Like, he watched it yesterday, so I literally just came off watching it. So that's kind of why I'm like, I'm kind of feeling like, dang, they did a good job.
That is in the manga. I didn't even realize that. It says, wow.
Yeah. So they did this. This was like honestly awesome. Like, adaptation wise, 10 out of 10. Like this sequence alone, 10 out of 10. I give them 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it was great. But yeah, I feel like it's getting underrated because they're like
They're characters that people don't care about.
Characters.
Yeah. But this is like the things. This is what I like in shows, right? Like obviously it's a fighting anime, but moments like these, even though it's not characters that we hold with high value, I still feel like this is the kind of drama I want to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, where are the stakes at? You know what I'm saying? Where are the stakes? I need people dying. I need people crying. I need people. I need people
dying, crying. You just want to see emotions, and I'm
seeing
right. A lot
I feel
like I'm seeing a lot of reaction to, at least like online, not in real life, obviously, but a lot of reaction to people saying like, "Oh, the Eastern audiences, Japanese people, like the Japanese audience, they don't know what they're talking about. Like, this is awesome." And I'm just like, okay, it's less about like Eastern versus Western and more just like, it isn't like just fighting for the sake of fighting isn't interesting. It's gonna tire out really quickly. Like even like Western stories, like I don't know, let's say John Wick, right? Have you seen all the John Wicks or some of the John Wicks?
Yeah, I think I've seen all of them. I haven't seen the new one, the with the girl. That's like a spinoff.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either. I need to see that. But like even in John Wick, he's killing people for a lot of the movie, but there's still a story
behind it.
Yeah, and you could say, oh, like even if the action part is the most exciting parts, the most memorable parts, at least for me, are still like the emotional moments. Like in the spoilers, if you haven't seen John Wick, it's been like 10 years, but like in the first one where like they pop up in his house and they kill his dog, like, and then he wakes up in the morning and he just sees his dead dog. Like it's just like, damn.
Yeah.
Like,
and then not to cut you off, but I just looked up. This got an 8.6 episode. So, and I honestly feel like, dare I say it, this episode is better than last week. I don't care. That's how I feel. This episode is better than last week, and I will die on that hill, bro.
I completely understand. I give this episode, I really enjoyed this. I give it like a 9. And last week I forgot what I rated last week, but now
I think you said 8.5 like me. I think you said 8.5. Like,
I think I said like 8.5.
Action can only carry so much, bro. I ain't gonna lie. When there's not a much story elements being like moving of the plot, I don't really like. Yeah, it's cool, but I don't know. It doesn't move me like that for real. Like I enjoy the fights, but this, even though, like I said, we don't even care about Yaga like that. But just watching it, like as somebody who doesn't watch the show, if you were to come in on this episode and kind of just see what's going on, I feel like you would feel something, right?
Yeah.
And you can say the same thing about last week's episode, but like it's for different reasons. You'd be like, "Oh shit, who is this lady killing all these people?" You know?
Yeah, you just be like, you don't know what's going on. You're
right?
Like, oh, it's like she's going crazy. Like,
yeah.
That's about it. But with this, you could just show this to a random person and be like, "Oh man, little panda's crying." Like,
yeah.
It's so sad. Okay.
And then they even add context. Like if you were a blind viewer and you're kind of confused on like why they're hunting him, when he was in the cell, he was saying like, you're doing these things with these cursed spirits, you're making dead corpses, but they can supply their own, they supply themselves with their own cursed energy. That is unique. Like, did you do that by accident, or is that, like something you know how to do? Because if that's something you know how to do, that's a problem, because that means you could create an army, right? And you could potentially take over the world, even though Yaga's not going to, like, you know what I'm saying? Yaga's not going to do that, right? They just need a reason.
That's also what makes it sad, is that he has no intention of doing that.
Yeah, like that's not in his intentions at all.
Everything he makes is cute. Like he just makes like little animals. They'll do nothing.
Right.
That's messed
up. But yeah, I thought they did a good job with this. And then the second half of the episode, even the Fight Club episode, that was good too. Like that portion of it. Megami and Yuji show up. They talk to the security guard. He's like, "Hey, I got a fighter for you." And they're like, "Nah, I want him to fight." And he's like, "All right." Yuji goes in, him and Panda. I didn't realize they did a really good job with Panda and Yuji fighting. I liked how they really emphasized this is not a real fight, like it's fake. It was like tap tap,
Yeah,
like
I
on all
didn't
the punches and
realize
stuff.
that when we were reading.
Yeah, I didn't either. I thought they were like faking it,
I
but you know
cut
what I
out
mean,
for a
like
second.
actually throwing real blow, not really pulling punches, but fighting
Yeah,
to make it look real. But they emphasized like no, they were acting, and I thought that was really cool. And then I play King and Tekken, so when when freaking Panda did like a muscle buster on Yuji, I was like, oh, let's go.
that's funny.
He did a giant muscle buster, had him on his back, jumped up, and then I was like, okay, so that was pretty cool. It was just awesome. That sequence was awesome. The animation was awesome. The choreography was really good. And the fight, even if it was a fake fight, it looked dope. Like it looked good. It was cool looking. And then Hakari calls Yuji up like, hey, I want to talk to him. They're talking. So I saw a lot of people online basically saying they didn't like the way that they seemed, or they set the scene up for Yuji and Hakari talking. So me going into it, I kind of was like really watching for this, like trying to see what people were saying. One thing I will say, they rotoscoped a lot of it. If you're not familiar with what rotoscoping is, essentially it's you take a video or something and you animate over the video so it looks really, really fluid. They rotoscoped that sequence, and to me, I liked it. I thought it looked good. I thought it added a little bit more weight, because in the manga, yeah, they framed it up differently, but it really made it feel like Yuji is talking to like a boss. You know what I mean? Like he's in the room and he's trying to negotiate something. You know what I mean? And not just talking to another high school student who doesn't go to school anymore.
Yeah, I thought they made it look really. Sorry, I might have to restart the recording just because my camera disconnected. And I don't think.
Oh, okay, no problem.
But let me see. Maybe if I just stop the recording, it'll let me turn my camera back on. We officially launched the Weekend Weaves Patreon. If you've ever wanted to see the unedited, ad-free video version of these episodes where you can actually see our faces, that is now available exclusively on Patreon. It's only $1 to support the show. Check the link in the show notes. Peace out. As we were saying, the rotoscoping. I liked it. Isn't that what they did with Chainsaw Man?
Yeah, Chainsaw Man does a lot of rotoscoping too.
Yeah.
But a lot of people were hoping that this was like, they framed it exactly like this, like close enough on each other's faces and stuff. They also didn't do that at all with Megami. If you go back up, when it was like, don't mention Jujutsu High until the very end. That didn't happen at all. He didn't even think about that.
Yeah. It was just no flashbacks or anything. Yeah, they did the whole scene in rotoscope, didn't they?
Yeah, it was just the side view of them talking.
Yeah.
And then he started throwing the stuff at him after he was like, you don't know who Gojo is, which is like the dumbest thing ever. Like, Yuji, come on, bro. Like, he was like, literally every sorcerer known to man knows who Gojo is. Like, what the hell do you mean you don't know who Gojo is?
That was silly. But he said he can't lie, so he was just like, but he tried too hard to lie, I guess.
Yeah.
But
and I will say the doors though, they didn't seem like they had any effect really. That's the only thing I'll say. Like when he was doing the doors on him, I feel like it didn't really do anything in the animation. It was just like, okay. Yeah, like this right here, like they could have definitely done that. And then the kick, they could have had that more animated as well.
Yeah, I think because they kept the rotoscope, maybe it was difficult to show the doors doing anything. Because it looks like he was doing the doors, but then they were just like, I don't know.
It didn't affect him. Like it was just like
or something.
Yeah. Like nothing.
Like it was just like an image, but nothing was actually happening. Yeah. But I was wondering that when I was watching. I was like, didn't the doors actually do something in the manga? But I don't know. But no, the rotoscope.
They had the clash at the end. Yeah. So I thought this.
Were people complaining?
I do think I can kind of agree. I think the conversation piece, I like the way they changed it. Like it added a serious tone. Like I like the side view of them just kind of like sitting. He's sitting down talking to him, and he's standing up. And then when he started hitting him, I feel like they could have changed the camera angle or emphasized some of his hits a little bit more. But that's really about it, right? Like I thought it was good. I thought the whole episode, I think in terms of adaptation, probably one of the best of recent memory. It's been years since, the show's been out, right? It's from the manga. But based on us just looking at the manga panels and then me just watching the episode, I'll give it 10 out of 10 adaptation. Or maybe 9.5, because I will say they could have made Hakari's hits a little bit more impactful and make him look a little, a little bit cooler. But I mean, I feel like the Panda portion was super good with Panda and Yuji fighting in terms of action, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then overall, I just felt like it was a good episode, man. I thought it was really good. I have no gripes. They gave it an 8.7. I'm giving it a 9. Easy 9. Jason's stamp of approval.
Certified fresh. Certified fresh. Jason. I feel the same way. Like, that's part of the reason why I didn't really have any topics. Either I had a hard time, besides the fact that I was just tired from the week, but I just enjoyed the episode. I had no complaints. I had nothing but praise, really. I was like, yeah, they adapted it really well. Yeah, I did see some people complaining about the animation at the end, but I liked it. I was like, I felt like it worked. It made it look like you were looking at a scene through like a security camera, or something like that, or you're like the person in the corner of the room who's just like watching the conversation. It made it look really real. So I liked it. I had no complaints on that. 9 out of 10. Better than the Maki episode. I don't care.
Yeah, same. I agree.
I'll say it. I don't care. Way better. Okay. What are some of those? I know you had some topics.
Yeah, I got so one topic. I mean, since Yaga was the first thing, I mean, obviously we're both gonna say no, right? But let's look at it from a lens of, like a lens of, I guess, somebody who's in power or in charge, who you have to make hard decisions, right?
Right.
Would you imprison and execute Yaga for him knowing how to create sentient corpses that can provide their own source of curse energy?
Okay. Do I
Me
know
personally,
him?
I think it's more so you have to give like a psychoanalyze Yaga. Is Yaga a crazy person? No. Okay, we're good. You know what I'm saying?
Let's say, like, how much do I know him? Am I just a higher up who's like never met the guy?
Higher up never met him. You just know he has this ability.
I mean, if you have,
I feel like interrogation is the first step, right? Like, let me. I gotta talk. Let's talk. Let's talk real quick. Let me ask you some questions.
And from their defense, though, so now you said that they did try to interrogate him,
but he's just saying, no, I don't know how. Did he say no, or was he just like,
yeah?
Yes.
He said I don't know.
Okay.
He said I don't know, and then they broke him out, or did they? Did they break him out?
Oh, can you go back? This is another thing I had to. I was kind of wondering. So, just to make sure on the timeline, that wasn't a flashback. When he was in prison, that was current day, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because it showed Panda as a baby because he was talking to him about it, and then it showed Panda in the crib. So I was thinking like, okay, maybe this is a flashback. Like they imprisoned him the first time. They asked him questions. He was like, I don't know. And then Gojo, because Gojo is still around, right? And Gojo probably, this is all headcanon, but I'm just thinking like, not that I have the actual information, I know it's not, but Gojo's still around there like, hey, why? He's probably like, why did you imprison my friend? Like, he's not a bad guy. Like, don't worry about it. Let him walk free. And then, Panda got older. Some time passed, and then he got locked away, and they're like, all right, now we can do what we want to do with this guy because Gojo's out the way. But that's just me. Obviously, that's not the case, but that's how I was interpreting it at first. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's that they locked him up. This is the timeline I think. I don't know for a fact. I think he was just thinking of him as a baby because that's like his son, But I think,
and he was talking to him about it too, and then he just thought to that time.
I think they locked him up. I think this is all post Gojo being captured.
Right.
Locked him up, interrogated
him. So who sorry, I keep cutting you off. Who freed him? How did he get free?
I'm assuming they freed them. Well, let me read it a little bit. Let's see.
Oh, could you share? You're still on.
Oh, I'm not sharing.
Yeah, it's still
I'm on the wrong screen. Sorry, I've been scrolling through. Tell me. Okay, so he says, "Where are you going with all your cursed corpses? To see my son." I don't know. I don't know who let him out, or if he maybe just broke out. I have no idea.
This was at the top. It was at the very top. Because that's when he was in the little prison, the glass prison.
Yeah, he's in the prison, and then he's interrogating him. and then there's a flashback.
Right.
So then Kusakabe frees Panda.
Panda, right. They're like, they prison you to lure him here.
Right. So then ends the flashback, and then he's outside.
So that's why I was thinking that him in prison the first time was a flashback. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day. And then this happened. Cause that's that, but I could be wrong. I don't have any understanding of time in this situation.
I'm
but
not sure.
That was my headcanon. Like, okay, once they got wind of like he made Panda, they're like, how did you make that thing? You know, this could be a problem because you could create an army of curses. And then he was like, I don't know. And then at that point, like, you know, like we said, like, okay, you interrogate him. I mean, who's to say he's lying or not lying? If he's telling the truth, he doesn't know. Let him walk free. Gojo is here, so we can't do anything to him because Gojo's gonna be like, I'm not rocking with that. And if you mess with him, it's over. So they're like, all right. So he's chilling. And as soon as Gojo, you know, gets put in the prison, they're like, all right, now we can, you know, enact on all the things that we were trying to do when Gojo was here. So that was my kind of thought process on it.
You could be right. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that this is all happening after Gojo.
All post Gojo.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And I'm thinking that he probably just broke out. That's what I'm guessing.
But his hands were wrapped. Like, what was the?
There were like little papers out, like
papers with signs on them.
Maybe sealing papers. Yeah. I have no idea. Who knows?
And he don't got no shoes on.
I got no idea. I don't know. But I don't know. I feel like Panda isn't that old. So like Gojo was definitely around when he made Panda. It's like I can't see them locking him up in this situation when Gojo's around and it being all good.
I mean, but it's just like with Yuji though. And Yuta. They locked him up. He couldn't do anything at the time. You know, like they lock him up and then he shows up like, all right, we're doing too much. And then they let him go. Because the same thing with Yuta. They had Yuta locked up and they were about to execute him. And Gojo showed up like, hey, chill.
That's true. I don't know.
So I'm thinking it could possibly be like a similar situation.
It could be, yeah.
But that was just my thought process. Back to like our topic. What are you doing? Like, are you executing them or? I don't think executing them is the answer.
I feel like
you're not getting any information. Yeah, that's a strong like. Yeah, I think the interrogation piece. But Yaga, I also feels like knows how the higher ups are, and if he gives them that information, he knows what they will do with it, right? And I feel like that's his main reason on not sharing the information because he knows what they will weaponize that ability and use it against people. I don't know necessarily against people because I mean at the end of the day, the only people that know like Jujutsu sorcery are the sorcerers themselves. Like the outside world has no idea for the most part about sorcery, and they can't even see curses unless you have like a low grade, you know, like super low level. Like some people can see them, but they can't do anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I definitely don't think killing them is the right answer. I think it's just more so to show like how corrupt the higher ups are and the things they'll go to do or to get their way, right?
Yeah. I was gonna say in their defense, like if a guy, well, this is assuming that he broke out. If I was interrogating you and then you broke out of the cell, I would say that you're probably kind of guilty.
Yeah. It's like, all right, we might have to kill you like, because now you might be doing something crazy.
Yeah, it's like, do I need to kill you still? I don't know. They could have just captured him, took him back.
Yeah, apprehended him. Yeah,
they didn't have to kill him. So yeah, I'm against killing people of interest.
No execution. I'm definitely against execution. I'm definitely open to interrogation though. But then it's like if you're lying, all right, bro. Like, why are you lying to me? Like, you could have been like, yes, I know how to do it, but you could be like, I'm not going to tell you because I don't think what you're going to do with this power is right. And I can respect your answer for that, right? As somebody who's reasonable, I would respect that answer. I'll be like, okay, you don't deem me worthy enough to hold this information because you feel like if I had that power, I would abuse it. Fair. Cool.
Okay, but then like, what do you do after that?
What do I do? You don't do nothing. It's like, you gotta accept that. But at the same time, it's like, that's not how, usually how discussions and interrogations go, right? You can't
No.
just accept what the person you're interrogating is saying. You want something out of them, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like in this case,
like, no, I don't think I'm gonna tell you. And you're just like, okay.
or I mean, but he let you know he knows, like, you have more information than you had prior. Because previously they're just under the assumption he may or may not know how to do this thing, right? And he's saying he doesn't know, and then you let him free. Whereas in this case, right, obviously it's not for his best interest because he knows how they're going to operate. Oh, you know how to do this? Now we're going to torture you until you give us this information on how to do it so we can do it. That's his scenario. But in the perfect world, in a good world with the higher ups that are pretty respectable, they'll be like, all right, this Yaga guy, let's see his background. Clean slate, no problems, no issues, cool guy. Maybe psychoanalyze him to make sure he's not crazy, right? Psychopath or anything. Checks out, normal person. Has a crazy technique, knows how to use it, doesn't abuse it, hasn't shown us any inkling of him trying to do anything crazy, right? Cool. He tells us, I know how to do this thing. I'm not sharing it with you guys because I feel like if this information got out and got into the wrong hands, it'll create bigger issues. And if I'm the only one that knows how to do it, you won't have to worry about it because I'm a cool guy. Now that's a lot for you to accept, right? You have to accept that. And it's like, can I accept that? Maybe or maybe not. But this is where Gojo comes into play, right? We got Gojo. Obviously, Gojo operates on his own confines. Like, he's kind of just chilling. Like, he doesn't fuck with the higher ups, as we find out, because he kills them all. He's like, I don't really mess with y'all. And now I got a reason to kill you. So I'm going to do it. I've already been thinking about it. I just haven't acted on it. Now we can talk to Gojo like, hey, this is your guy. We know you're the big dog. He said he knows how to do it. We're respecting him. But if shit go left, take care of that. You feel me? And then it's like, all right, now you got to rely on Gojo. But I feel like Gojo's cool enough to be like, all right, you letting him off. This is my man's. Y'all not tripping on him. If anything wrong goes to play, I'll handle it. Cool. Done deal. Don't got to worry about it. That's how I would treat it, right? As a
as a sensible individual,
as a sensible man, you feel me?
That's
how I would treat it.
Yeah, you would do that.
But things can't always go that way. But I feel like that's the most sensible way to deal with this, right?
Yeah, that would be the most sensible, humane way.
Given
to do
Sukuna is at play, higher ups know what's going on. I'm pretty sure they have idea like Sukuna is kind of in the background. So they're probably like, damn, we might need this for Sukuna, because if Sukuna gets out, he takes over. They're already trying to kill Yuji because they don't want Sukuna to come out. That's really the reason they try to execute him, right? Because he's a vessel for Sukuna. So they're like, all right. And we even talked about this. The higher ups might have been right about executing Yuji.
The higher ups weren't crazy. Like
they weren't crazy at all for trying to execute Yuji.
There was a method to what they were thinking throughout the series.
Yeah. And because you got to think Shibuya wouldn't have happened. The Culling Games wouldn't have happened. Well, the Culling Games might have still happened without Sukuna.
Maybe, but I mean, like, if everyone in the show listened to the higher ups, a lot of
that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's
give or take with them, because they do bullshit, but they also have. But that comes with being in a position of power, right? You got to make the hard decision, and sometimes the hard decisions aren't decisions that everyone agrees with.
Yeah, sometimes you're off. Like, if they would have killed Yuta, that wouldn't have benefited the world,
right? Because then Ghetto is just free reign.
Yeah, but like
the world as we know it is going to be nothing but sorcerers.
Yeah, but if Gojo,
well, maybe not. Gojo would have showed up and handled that, but it would have been a lot more damage done, right?
Right, and Gojo's like very emotional about it. Who knows what he would have
about
did.
About
and
Ghetto.
Then, like, if Gojo and Ghetto would have listened to the higher ups and just like delivered Rika with no nonsense or stops. Or
then none of this would be happening. Actually, none of this would be happening if they would have just delivered her instead of trying to see like, oh, she has a life. I mean, obviously she has a life. Like, no disrespect, but like she's the plasma star vessel, right? That's what it is. Assimilate with Tengen, as we know it, because they didn't know what was gonna happen. Nobody knew. This is uncharted territory. Like they thought the world might end if this thing doesn't happen, and they just took a gamble and was like, nah, we're gonna let her live.
Yeah.
And then she ended up wanting to do it anyway, right?
No, she wanted to not do it, and then she got shot in the head. Like, Like
No, I'm
Ghetto.
saying, but they were taking her there. Why were they taking her there?
Oh well, in the beginning, she had like accepted her fate.
Yeah, she didn't want to do it, but at the
it.
end, she was like, "I'll do it." Right?
No, in the end, Ghetto was like, "You don't have to do this," and she was like, "Okay, like I don't want to do it." And then they weren't.
Oh, and then wow,
yeah,
the Fortnite shotgun, 200.
Ooga Booga took her toes.
The shield broken. Shield broken. Okay. I got a memory kind of hazy, man. I already know they're gonna get on me. These guys don't read. They don't know what you're talking about. Bro, whatever. It's been years. All right. So, but still, they should have just took her there. They should have just took her there. Let it happen. I don't even know why they put it in the hands of them.
I don't know why you put it in the hands of two teenagers either. Besides the fact that they're the strongest, but like they're still kids. Like I don't know what they were thinking there.
And especially because she had a bounty on her head.
Yeah, that too. I guess they were thinking like Gojo, Ghetto, like nobody's beating them.
Yeah.
Until Toji showed up.
That man showed up. That demon.
But to answer your question, I don't know. It's kind of like I don't know what the Americans did with Einstein. I'm sure he just like lived out the rest of his days. So it's like, okay, if someone has, or like Oppenheimer, I saw Oppenheimer, but it was really long. I don't remember. It's
but he ended up aiding the government, right? Did they force that information out of him? Or he was doing that purposely for the government to create the bomb?
He was doing it purposely for the government.
Okay. So that would be like Yaga saying, all right, I'm going to conform. I'll make the weapon for you guys. But he's like, no, I'm not doing that.
He wasn't going to do.
No. Yeah.
So I guess
in his case, different. With Yaga's case, nobody else has been able to do this. Oppenheimer, I'm not too sure like on the history and the science of it. Like maybe he was either, I don't know if he was the first or maybe he was the one who made the groundbreaking discovery. But more often than not, it probably was somebody else who could have came up with whatever he was making, right? Like,
yeah, I think other people late. I saw the movie. I don't know the history at all, but I remember some of the movie. I'm pretty sure he got many different scientists to come on the team, and they like locked in for like I don't know if it was a year or a month or however long it was, and like figured it out all together. So it was very much a team effort, and I think it was all laid off the groundwork of what Einstein had figured out.
Okay. I didn't go see that movie. I probably would enjoy it a lot.
Oh, you never saw it?
No, I never saw it.
Oh, okay. Did you see Barbie?
Nah, hell no.
Did you see Barbieheimer? It was very jarring. The two. It's very okay. Yeah. You gotta see Barbieheimer.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. That's what I was gonna say. All right, I guess segue into our next topic. I mean, we already talked about Hakari and the Yuji scene. That was another topic. We kind of talked about that while we were going over it. But the other one that I really wanted to talk about was would you accept Hakari's offer if you were Yuji? And like, you know, Sukuna's not at play, all this other stuff, culling games. Like, would you accept his offer to basically, I guess, turn Jujutsu like society on its head and create a underground black market like fight club industry?
Okay. So I put the math in because I had to convert yen to dollars. He said 1,000,000 yen a month for an hour of work.
Oh, no, not that. I know that was fake. He said that was fake already.
Okay, yeah.
Because he was like, that's a scam, bro. Like, I'm not about to get you. Like, nobody's going to offer you. I'm talking about when he was saying, will you join me and be my partner in, like, uprooting this thing?
Okay. Would I do that if I was just like, I feel like, yeah, I would do that. I mean, like, society is turning on its head. Who even knows
saying,
what the rules are?
No culling games. Like, it's just regular world.
No culling games?
Yeah, like you just show up and you might need Hakari for something else, but it's not like the world is about to end, society is just over. Because his thing was like, regardless, like I don't even think he knows what's going on. Like, does he know Gojo is locked? I don't think he knows Gojo's locked in that prison realm right now.
No, he didn't know Gojo was locked up, but he did know that headquarters and everything was like in disarray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he didn't know Gojo was locked up. Would I do?
So he only offered him that because everything is in chaos,
right?
Is what you're saying.
And he was like, "This is my chance to build up this business."
Mm-hmm.
right now because everything's in chaos.
Oh, because humans know about sorcerers now. Kinda. Yeah. Okay.
Or everyone's at least somewhat exposed to it.
Yeah.
So I think it would make it easier. I think that was his.
But even then, they were like, don't use curse techniques because they can't see it.
Yeah.
But would you accept his offer, though? Granted, okay, society is turning on its head, but it's not like a threat of Sukuna. Because I feel like that's going to change your answer. Like, obviously, if Sukuna's in play, we gotta handle this first. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta get this out the way, and then I guess after you get that out the way, would you come back to him and be like, "Hey, I want to take you up on that offer"?
Am I Yuji? Like, I'm just fighting in
the
Fight
you're
Club?
Yuji. You're Yuji.
I mean, yeah, I would do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty strong. I can't see nobody coming in here and beating me, honestly. And like, and it's like half of it is like it's basically like WWE. Like,
right, that's what I'm saying. It's like
half
WWE,
the fights are
or you're trying to make like a UFC
skits,
MMA. Yeah.
Yeah, I would take it. Why not? I think it'll be fun.
Okay.
Because he said he literally said he was like, yeah, some of the fights are real, but
some aren't.
The like top fights, like I literally make the script for. Like,
mm-hmm.
I think it'd be fun.
Basically, would you join him in creating a WWE of JJK?
Yeah.
Like, why not? Yeah. Let's get this money, man. Yeah. Entertainment business.
Let's get this money. That's why I like Hakari. Also, this is off topic, but Hakari looks a lot like my uncle.
Really?
Yeah, and I think that's also part of the reason why I thought
why you think he's black?
He was black. Because he looks a ton like one of my uncles. Like legitimately. Like he looks a ton like one of my uncles. I was like, dude, he looks just like my uncle. I think that was part of it. And it's funny because my uncle also is like very much like a self-starter business person.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's done a lot. It's been years, but he used to sell drugs back in the day. Very long time ago.
Okay.
He won't get prosecuted or anything.
I was gonna say,
it was a very long time ago. I'm not even saying his name, so no. But he used to sell drugs.
Get them boys called
way back in the day. And he'd already served his time. But no.
But
come on, don't you know they're listening to the Week in Weeks podcast? But no. Yeah, I don't know. Hakari just reminds me of my uncle for like many reasons. I just think that's funny. But to answer your question, yes, I would join the WWE of JJK if given a chance. Because it would be fun.
Okay. Nah, I would agree too. I would definitely join in. I feel like what's the negative, right? What's the downside?
Yeah, I don't really see a downside.
I don't see a downside, yeah. And especially once you like make it legit. Because right now it's just underground, right? And it's like black market kind of under the table.
Mm-hmm.
It's like taboo because you're not supposed to expose normal citizens to sorcery, right?
Right.
And sorry, my dog is growling at somebody in the hallway. But I think I would definitely agree. And then once they get it, like, you know, because even when they fight Sukuna, it's broadcasted.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Pay-per-view.
Yeah, pay-per-view. Literally, what Hakari wanted to do is what they're doing. So, like, definitely, I would have did it. I would have definitely got on board. Like, why not?
That was like a way sicker, like Hakari's thing is like way different than that. Though.
Yeah,
like, people
that was like deathmatch. Like,
yeah, they watch like
TV
people die.
Yeah.
And like for the non-sorcerers, they from their perspective, they just see a bunch of people flying around. Like they don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But that was crazy. They watched like 5 people die that day, or like 3 people die that day. Yeah, good question.
And then I guess the last one, I literally just saw this on TikTok. I don't know the guy. I just seen it real briefly, or maybe it wasn't TikTok. It might have been a Twitter post, but it was like not Yaga versus Mahito, but Yaga and Mahito, because they both have similar. I'm not gonna say curse techniques, but remember Mahito is trying to figure out the soul. What's the soul? How can I transfigure your soul? And Yaga clearly has a good understanding of how souls work because he's able to create these corpses from souls. It was like 3 souls. You have them pretty much like mingle with each other, and then eventually it stabilizes and allows for curse energy to be produced on its own, and then they become like their own person, right? And then I kind of like, I think it's an interesting topic. Like, what if Mahito got that information from Yaga? What would Mahito look like? You know what I'm saying? Like what does that like that unlocks Mojito? I'm already like super high on Mojito. Like, I think Mojito is probably the best curse. I think given his maturity, if he was able to live longer, he would probably become the biggest threat in JJK, given his ability. Like, he can transfigure anything to anything he wants. If he touches you, you're pretty much dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. His potential was endless, I feel like. And not only that, but I feel like obviously this is headcanon, right? I feel like it would get to a point where, because in Jujutsu sorcery, like they even said with Maki, right? It's like your soul. Your curse technique is technically tied to your like soul, right? Maybe this could be headcanon, but if it's tied to your soul, I can manipulate your soul. I can create curse. I can give somebody curse energy, essentially, and unlock them, right? Because that's what he did to the kid in season 1.
To Junpei,
Junpei, he touched him and unlocked him and made him a sorcerer, right? And that's why Kenjaku wanted to use Uzumaki, so he could unlock all these people, right? Now, Mojito gets the information from Yaga, and he was already creating like these curse, like I guess you could say corpses or whatever. Like he was using real people, but now he could just go to a graveyard, pick up dead people, and be like, be my army. You know what I'm saying? Now he's like a necromancer, and he can still manipulate other people. And who's to say he could get to the point where he could technically copy a curse technique? Like if I peer into your soul and I see how your curse technique works, why can't I recreate that? This is all headcanon, but this is just, I don't know, thoughts that I had given like Yaga and Mojito. If Mojito had the information that Yaga had, what does that do?
I wish we got more information on Yaga, because because
that's not a technique. Anybody can do that.
Souls is it's just really advanced.
Yeah,
for just
like nobody else
guy.
has this information. Nobody else could figure that out. Like, why could nobody else figure out if you take a soul and you put it into a core, it create? You know, I'm like. Also, this begs to differ. Like, what was Yaga doing to learn this?
I have no idea.
Like, are you just some mad scientist? You just messing with dead bodies, soul swapping people? Now that we really like start thinking about it, I ain't gonna lie, bruh. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know where he was getting the souls from.
That's what I'm saying. But it seems like they're all good places. Like that dude, what's her name's son died. Okay, I'll put his soul in this thing.
And he takes at least 3 for each one.
Right, you have to have 3. So it's like, we're the other 2. And then I think later on they kind of talk about it with Panda when he's fighting Kashimo. I think they talk about it a little bit more. I think I want to say in the manga they did that. They talked about like kind of Panda, because Panda is a gorilla, a panda, and what's the other animal?
It's a rhino.
Yeah, rhino. And so
that was such a confusing story. I still don't really understand what that was about. It was kind of like
breaking it down.
It was I feel like they weren't really explaining how this thing worked. I feel like it was more just like Panda hallucinating having a childhood, or maybe he did.
Yeah, and then not only that though, like who's to say whose personality takes over from the 3 souls? Like with her case, it was her son, but what are the other 2 souls? Like what do they do?
I guess
that goes back to Gege not answering questions, not giving us more detail.
I guess they just like sit in the back, kind of. I feel like it's similar to like when Sukuna is in someone, or
someone, mm-hmm.
Or I guess any of the reincarnated sorcerers, because technically all the reincarnated sorcerers have at least 2 souls in them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the reincarnated one is taken over.
Yeah,
but they're still there. It's the same thing with Yuji. Yuji has like, I don't know, however many brothers worth of souls in his body, because he ate the other cursed wombs. So they're just in there, but they don't ever speak or anything.
Right.
So I guess they're kind of just floating. Who knows?
And then as he lost, they would disappear because he killed 2 of them, the gorilla and the rhino.
Yeah.
Kashimo, right?
Yeah. But as you can see, this is all just like random stuff. Like, I don't know if there's any.
Yeah. But he did say something like put them in houses. That's what he said. They're in a house. That's what Yaga said when he was explaining to the old guy.
Oh,
like,
did
you
he
get the 3
that?
souls, you put them in a house, and they communicate and mingle with each other, and then stabilize, and then create so and so.
I have no idea. Maybe the
This will
anime
probably make
will...
more sense when it's animated.
Yeah, I would say maybe the anime will explain this because I got no idea. That's
that was just in my
few
head.
stories that threw me a loop the first time I read it. I was like, I don't know what this is about or what is going on, or if it's a hallucination. And then Panda goes on to live, but he's just a baby.
Yeah, and then they say in Modulo that he becomes just like he barely talks. Every now and then he might say something, or not in Modulo. Yeah. This was at the end, right? At the end of yeah, it's like Panda is by it was Yuta's grandkids, not the ones in Modulo though, right?
It's the same ones. They're just older than Modulo. Yeah.
And they were like, every now and then we walk past Panda and he says something. They just got him as an ornament in the house. Just sitting on the wall. Just got this nigga sitting on the wall and he's just like, hello. Could you imagine?
He's like my grandparents, they have did anyone in your family ever have like the like singing fish little placard?
It's just like,
it's like a bass. You walk by and you start singing. Yeah. Like that's what I imagine. It's like let me see what other topics you had.
But yeah, that's
is that all of them?
I think that's those are it for my topics. I think those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
May have one more. I don't know. I think we didn't even talk about what's his name? His/her. Her/him.
Kirara?
They/them.
I think that they're they them, but I
them.
I wrote an article about it.
I was gonna say, does he even identify as a woman?
That's what I said. I said that there's no. It doesn't explicitly say that they identify as a woman. Because in the manga, it's just so the first mention is Panda's like, oh Kirara, and then Megumi's like, Kirara, like,
isn't that a boy?
Isn't that a boy? And then Panda was like, oh yeah, a boy. Yeah, that's a boy. And then they meet Kirara actually, or re-meet, I guess, for Panda. And then they no longer even use pronouns with Kirara. They just say either their name or they say they, them.
Okay.
So from that point forward, over. Yeah. From that point forward, they're literally just referred to as either their name or they, them. And there's no other pronouns used from that point. So I say that they're non-binary. Some people, I see
Hakari gay? Are you laughing?
You see, so the politically correct answer is no, right?
Okay.
The politically correct answer is no. He's technically not gay because heterosexual, you're attracted to someone other than your sex. If Kirara identifies as a woman or is non-binary, then technically they're an other sex from him. So he politically correct.
Better question.
He's not gay.
Does Hakari actually like Kirara, or does he only like the fact that she doesn't mind him gambling?
I don't know.
Because he was like, it's hard to find a partner because they usually don't like my gambling. Or he said something like, it's hard to keep a partner.
Yeah, he did say that, I think.
So, is it just the fact that Kirara is okay with him gambling and he's just like, all right, cool.
But then you don't have to date them, though.
Yeah, you don't.
You could just You could just be cool.
Are they dating?
I'd say they're dating.
Is it explicitly said? He just says my ex, and he's like, don't mention your ex.
Right. But, I mean, I don't know. I feel like you don't sit like that with your friends.
You said you don't sit like that with your friends?
No, I don't think so.
I mean,
I feel like it's pretty... And he only listens to Kirara as well. It's pretty... It's not said explicitly, but if I had to guess, not even guess, I would say, I think it's hinted at strongly that they're together.
They're in a relationship.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
I think that's what the consensus is. But Gege never explicitly states that they're in a relationship.
Okay. So it's technically up in the air. It's all for interpret to interpret.
Much like everything else in the story. Yeah.
You said just like everything else in the story.
Yeah, much like everything else.
Okay.
It's up to interpretation. But if you want to hear my what do you asked me, what do you think he's gay?
I don't know. I would say yes, given that Kirara is a dude, but they identify as they them, right? So it's all about how do you respect their pronouns, because you can respect someone's pronouns, right? Like I respect people's pronouns. Like if somebody identifies as they them, okay, you identify as they them. Now me, I'm not going to be attracted to you because, you know what I'm saying?
This is not your preference.
That's not my preference. Yeah, I want a her slash she slash her that is, you know, born a she slash her.
Okay.
Preferably, you know what I'm saying? That's my preference.
You want a biological she slash her.
I want a biological she slash her. That's my preference.
This conversation is always funny. And I saw someone on Twitter, they were like what was it? they were like the cognitive dissonance of a homophobe in JJK. Like, is Hakari gay or is Kirara trans? Which one is it? Like, which one do you have to accept? But I just wrote an article about this yesterday because I knew it was going to be a burning question. And the politically correct answer, obviously, is that they're either non-binary or a trans woman. But my personal answer, like you're saying, like, yeah, I respect pronouns, but I'm not going to date a trans woman because that's not my preference. But
trans women are women too.
They are. From a cultural standpoint, from maybe even a law standpoint, depending on what administration we're under. But like for me personally, it's just not my type, you know? I could say that I don't like really tall girls who are like over 6'5". I won't date a WNBA player. That's just my type. That's just not my type.
Right.
So I could say, okay, someone who's a trans woman, it's just not my type. I don't think that's offensive. No, I still want you to have all your rights. Yeah. I just don't want to be romantic with you. Right. I think that's fair.
I agree.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But is Hakari gay? Again, politically correct, no. But not politically correct, in my opinion, I would say, yeah, if you're having sex with Kirara, I'd say you're kind of gay. I'd say like if you're having sex with someone and they have a penis involved, yeah, it's kind of gay. I mean, that's just like there's no other way around it for me to say. Like, you know, but it's all silly and it's all labels at the end of the day.
Right.
So it just is what it is. And these are fictional characters. But even though these conversations happen with real people as well, which is why they're important to have. But I just let people identify whatever they want to identify as. If he says he's straight, I'm not gonna fight him. Who gonna fight him? I'm not fighting it.
Okay, yeah, I'm cool with that.
So yeah, I think we handled that topic with grace.
No, yeah, for sure.
Okay, and that was literally the only topic that came out.
That you had. That's the only one that you had.
Yeah, so I was like, I already have read so much into this, and I already knew it was gonna be a thing.
Cool. I think this was a good episode.
I think so too.
I saw people talking to in the comments saying like they explained Mai and Maki. I don't know what these guys are talking about. They went over it. How do you feel about that? I mean, they're not wrong. Now, do I think they could have went over it better and more clear and
yeah. Did we say that they didn't go over it, or did we say that they didn't go over it well?
I said that it kind of, I think the way you clipped it, it made it seem like they didn't explain it. And I did say they didn't explain it, but I meant like, I don't think they explained it like blatantly and openly enough for people to consume it the best possible way. You know what I mean? Because they did brush over it really fast.
Yeah, it might have been like a clipping thing on my part, just trying to get the best parts out of the entire section. I probably took away a lot of context But yeah, I mean, like, they explained things, they just didn't explain them well, in my opinion.
Yeah, we need more controversial takes. I like clapping back at the fans. I'm here for violence. No, I'm joking. No, but I'm always open to like a good little debate. Now, I will say I'll probably lose most of them, only because like I'm a logical person. I'm very rational. At the same time, some of these fans, bro, they read this like it's the Bible. Like they like,
yeah,
what is going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, which is cool. Like, obviously, you should have the information ready and understand what you're talking about. Definitely shouldn't be talking about stuff you don't know. But at the same time, it's like, bruh, chill. The dissection is a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, the dissection is a little too much. Now, if it's in a heated debate argument, all right, cool. So be it, right? But, you know, like, we record these literally right after we watch them. Like, we don't,
yeah.
I don't put too much stock into, I don't want this sounds so bad, but you know, like we watch them and this is like my first impression after we watch it, what I'm thinking of, you know, like I don't take notes. I've never been a note taker. Even in school. I mean, okay, sometimes I take notes. I mean, it depends on what it is, but most of the time I don't usually take like crazy notes. But like I watch it, either. I consume it, and then I
said I don't take notes either. I used to take notes for the manga to remember stuff, but at this point I don't take any notes.
Yeah, and it's like it's only one episode at a time. I feel like back then it was definitely low-key needed because we were reading so much. Yeah. Like we were reading so much at one time. But now it's like one episode at a time. But yeah, I don't know. I also feel like people are very, very opinionated and strongly opinionated. Like to the point where it's like, all right, like I'm not even trying to argue. This is just what I said. You can, you know what I mean? Like you can just correct me. But like, why are you trying to talk to me? Like, you know what I'm saying though?
No, wait. What do you mean? Can you dive deeper into this?
So, for instance, let's say I say something and it's not right, right? Somebody be like, you know, you interpret that wrong. They'll be like, this guy's stupid. He can't read. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, chill.
That's
relax.
The internet, though.
No, it is the internet. It is the internet. But I feel like we can foster a community that is very open for communication, open for debate, and, you know, aren't toxic. Is that something crazy to say?
Yeah, I feel like the people that, even though we're just now coming back after a hiatus, but the people that I see commenters that I recognize, I'm like, oh, that's like a recurring person, like someone that was around, who's been around for a while on the channel or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I think that the people that are recurring for us, that are more similar to us than like, say, the person that hears something that someone said wrong and goes, this guy doesn't read. Like, the people, I feel like whoever you are as a creator is the type of people that you're probably going to attract. So like, we're talking about something mainstream, so we're going to attract a lot of different people initially, but the people who are going to stay over time are going to be people similar to us, I would say, who are more open to conversation, not quick to call you stupid, not a basement dweller, like like just like regular people. That's what this show was originally was supposed to be. Was just, it was literally called Weekend Weeps, like just people who are very casual.
On the weekend, we just watch anime on the weekend.
Yeah, we just watch anime on the weekend. That was really what it was. But yeah, people on the internet don't bother me. I know you didn't ask, but they don't really bother me.
Oh no, yeah. Yeah, they don't bother me either.
I'm just like, because even if they do that, first of all, I don't even really argue with people in the comments. I only respond to comments if I find them either intriguing or funny. Then I'll respond. Or if I feel like I can say something funny back, I'll say it. But I don't mind if people comment stuff like that. It's just engagement is engagement. I don't care.
Right.
You're just helping us. Like, if you truly don't like what we're saying, the best thing for you to do would be to just ignore it and move on.
Yeah.
Because if you're giving us engagement, you're just showing us to more people, which is going to attract more people, which would, in theory, keep us going longer. But I don't think people think that long before they comment. They don't have that in their head before.
And it's
comment.
like, I don't even comment on stuff. Like, and I would say I use, for instance, like TikTok, Instagram Reels. Like, I use those things pretty extensively, low key. Like, I'm a doom scroller from time to time. I never comment. I rarely like anything. I'll share stuff, but I'll rarely like and I'll rarely comment. You know, like I might share it to a friend and say something to the friend that I'm sharing it to, but I never usually leave comments in the comment section, even on YouTube videos. Like, I don't leave comments on YouTube videos. I don't like YouTube videos. That sounds, you should give your creators that you like their stuff. That helps them in the long run. Now, Instagram and TikTok is even easier. You just click the screen twice, right? I don't know if you can do that on YouTube yet. YouTube, you can't double click the video. You have to click the like button,
maybe on
right?
a short.
Yeah.
Possibly.
So definitely support your content creators, especially ones you like, share. You don't even have to share, because sharing is a lot. Like, sometimes you don't have somebody to share it to because they're not interested in what you're looking at. So just give it a thumbs up. It helps a lot. Not even for us, just anybody in general. Just like, and I'll probably try to do that some more too. I'll try to like people's stuff. Just go on my way and like it. Now, reposting and sharing, I feel like that's a tall task, especially if it's like somebody, because sometimes you have people in friend groups or people who hang out with people that don't share your common interest, or you might not want to show them that you have interest in certain things, right?
Yeah,
it might be
I don't want to show my friend.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't want the public to know that I think this is funny.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you don't need to retweet or share, but just like it, Now, that can also be problematic because depending on the platform, likes are public or not, whatever. Go about it however you see fit. But given it's non-problematic, it's not a place of contention, and you enjoy something, give it a like. That's all I ask. Share and repost, that's asking a lot. You don't have to do that. Just like it.
Is that why you originally brought up this topic? I don't even.
No. We were I was talking about, how do you feel about someone in the comments basically saying we were basically just wrong, like not correct,
calling us dummies.
Kinda, yeah. Like, I don't know what these guys are talking about. They explained it. But I don't know. I gotta rewatch the clip because I'm pretty sure we said they explained it, but it didn't explain it in the best way. They didn't explain it in the way that I felt like would be best for the audience. That was my biggest gripe. Some
people also don't watch the entire clips. Like, in the version that I posted on, I realized you're talking about TikTok, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Or Instagram. Yeah. I posted like a way longer version on YouTube. And people don't like that one either. It's like one of the worst ratios we have on the channel.
Oh man, what were they saying?
No, I haven't. Let me see. I don't read the comments. I don't know. They're basically saying this, not calling us dumb, but like they just disagree. Basically, they're saying like, "What are you guys talking about?" Like, it was awesome, but like as you can see, like compared to all of these, this one is like there's more dislikes than likes on this one, which I don't I don't care. Again, engagement is engagement, but a lot of people don't. A lot of people liked the episode.
Wait, what else have invalidated in 1231? Would never trust your opinion on any fight.
Yeah, the last Prime 38.
3 days ago. How to have all your opinions invalidated in 12 minutes 31 seconds. Would never trust your opinion on any fight. I guess we said the exact opposite of what he felt.
Yeah, Giga Chad Prime 23. But what was I saying? But no, I don't mind it. I actually like villains, and I love being the villain.
I mean, no, I enjoy it. I just like I enjoy the opportunity for conversation and discourse. A lot of times too, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a rage baiter. I ain't even gonna cap. I will rage bait you. I will rage bait you, given the opportunity, especially if I don't know you. Like my friends and stuff, I won't rage bait them, right? But if you're just some random dude online, bro, I'm finna rage bait you. I don't care. I'm finna make you. I'm finna make you get pissed.
Are you talking about just like in games or just like online in general?
Online, if you say something that I feel like, okay, yeah, we finna go there. We can go there. Like when I was telling you about in Rivals, right? You can say I take things personal. I don't know, but remember in Rivals, I told you I was playing. We were playing rank, and this dude was on Strange, and he was like, he got a good eye. He got a good old eye Akamoto. I think he got a quad, and then he was like, clip it, and I was like, okay. Okay. I'm trying to learn a new character. I'm playing Angela. I've been going for like 2-3 seasons. So I'm on here just trying to learn new heroes, right? He say that. Say less. Pull out my main. Get on Venom. Change the game. Now I'm in the comments talking back. I'm in the chat talking back. Clip that. Clip this. Oh, clip this. Putting the camel case. Clip this with the SpongeBob meme. Like, shut the hell up. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are we clipping? You know what I'm saying? Now it's like it goes to there. But it's not even like I'm upset. It's just the fact that you feel like you're that and you're not. You know what I mean? Like, bro, we're just trying to have fun. We're learning new characters. Like, obviously it's a ranked game, but like, you know, everybody's just playing. Like I mean, some people may be trying harder than others, right? But we're just playing the game.
Yeah.
You get in the chat talking shit basically like, oh, clip it. All right, now if that's what we doing, now I'm going to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm about to sweat and get this dub. Because you talking about clip it. So, I don't know. Maybe it's the competitive nature in me.
Yeah, I think that's being competitive. And I feel the same way. Like if someone's talking crap, like I wouldn't mind like going after them from time to time. Like, okay, like you want to talk, like, are you about to go like 0-7 this round now? Like,
but it's like, but at the same time, it's not like I care though. It's weird. It's like, okay, obviously I want to win the game, but after that, I'm like, okay, fine, whatever, cool. It's like in the moment, it's like, okay, I'm up for the challenge, right? But I'm not gonna let that, you know, carry or disrupt my mood for the rest of the game session or whatever it may be.
No, it's just fun. It's just a part of the game. It's competition.
It's the passion.
I think it's just, it's the passion.
Yeah.
I wonder why they chose passion, not fever.
Yeah. Fever is so much better.
Yeah, I was like, the passion. The passion. Why does he keep saying that? I enjoy it. But no, I get what you're saying. But when it comes to people online, just like if we're actually competing in something, I don't mind talking shit from time to time. But like if it's just a random person on the internet commenting, let's say on like one of our videos, like I'm not about to compete with you over like JJK and all.
Right.
I don't care. Like I am not about to sit here and like quote several passages from the manga telling you I'm right. Like I really don't care.
Right.
So yeah. All right. Is that all we got?
That's all we got, man.
Okay.
That's all we got.
Sounds good, man. If you made it to this part of the show, thank you for listening. Was episode 6 comes out next week? We're gonna see what. We're just gonna see the end.
Well, I didn't even watch the preview.
They went out of order.
I think it's just them fighting, right? Them fighting.
Yeah. They're gonna show. I think majority of the episode is gonna be Megumi and Panda trying to figure out Kirara's technique.
Oh, technique.
Yeah, because they went a little bit out of order with the manga, but it still makes sense timeline wise. So yeah, we're gonna see Kirara's technique. People's heads are gonna explode because they're not gonna understand how it works or anything like that. It's gonna be fun. Do you remember her technique?
Yeah, it was like the 2 point. It's like on a piece of paper, or she writes it down, and then once you get closer to one, you get farther away, and it's like some constellation, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
it was just like 4 points. It's a 4-point constellation, and like honestly, I can't even explain it right now. Basically, I
just know the closer you get to one, the farther you get away. You gotta go in a certain order.
Yeah, you gotta go in a certain order. That's about it. But people are gonna be really confused, and it's fine. Yeah, if you enjoyed the episode, if you didn't enjoy the episode, whatever. Peace out.
Peace.
we officially launched the Weekend Weebs Patreon. If you've ever wanted to see the unedited, ad-free video version of these episodes where you can actually see our faces, that is now available exclusively on Patreon. It's only $1 to support the show. Check the link in the show notes. Peace out.